Hello, my name is Dane Fraze. I'm the oilseed specialist with Manitoba Agriculture. Today we're going to head out to a field and do a little bit of scouting and doing some plant stand evaluation for canola. So follow along and we'll take a look and see where things are at. Alright, what we have here is 1/4 of a square meter hoop. This allows me to do some easy calculation when I'm out in the field to multiply across and figure out how many plants I have per square meter or per acre. This particular canola hoop, I would drop it down in this area and I'd begin counting the number of plants that are fully within the perimeter of the hoop. Now, I've got one plant right under here. That main growing point would be underneath the hoop, so I don't actually count that. I would pull that to the side. I'm counting whatever's landing within my hoop area. So let's begin counting. So what I ended up with in this hoop was 46 plants per 1/4 square meter. This means multiplied by 4, I would have 192 plants per square meter. I convert that to plants per square foot, and that's about 19, or just shy of 19 plants per square foot. The recommended number is 5 to 7, but this high number makes sense given that I'm standing on a headland and I'm going to have some double seeding and some overlap. So that high number is to be expected. Now let's find an area where the plant stand is a little thinner by randomly selecting it in the field. So what I'm going to do now is take my hoop, hopefully it's not too windy, and I'm just going to give this a random blind toss without looking as to where I'm putting it in the field, so as not to pick a favorite spot or a really good, really bad spot. So let's just give this a toss. All right, there's that. Now, my hoop is landed in an area that's a little bit more representative of the field. I would do this between 5 and 10 times per region in the field, and then do it in a multiplication factor of 3 or 4 times across the entire field. That way I'm getting a much better representative sample. But in this particular spot, let's take a look and see where we're at. So as I begin my counts, I'm going to start in one row and then move around counterclockwise throughout the hoop. So I've got 1, 2 plants right there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is still on the inside of the hoop. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 plants per 1/4 meter hoop area. Multiply that by 4 gives me 68 plants per square meter. To bring that back down to plants per square foot, 68 divided by 10 roughly gives me about 6 plants per square foot. That is in the economic optimum or perfect range for a stand establishment. We were hoping for 5 to 7, 6 is right in the middle. Now for those of you who planted your canola using a planter on wider row spacing, 15-inch generally, what we want to do in a situation like this is take our plant count in plants per hoop area, so we knew there were 68 plants per square meter, multiply that by 4,046. That means we have 4,046 square meters in an acre. 68 plants per square meter times 4046 equals 275,000 emerged plants per acre. So if that was what your planter was targeting or what you expected for seed survival, now you know. Now you can adjust and take a better look or set your planter better for next year if that number is not in your optimum range.